welcome to today's deep dive. Um, you spend thousands on high-end AV gear, optimizing every screen, calibrating these complex surveillance setups. But people often ignore the absolute baseline, which is the power feeding it.
Yeah, and dirty power isn't just some theoretical nuisance.
Exactly. It physically degrades your hardware.
Yeah.
So today, our mission is exploring a really specific solution to this. It's the SurgeX SA-20 standalone power surge protector and conditioner.
Right, it's a 20 amp, 120 volt unit, and it does some very heavy lifting.
Okay, let's unpack this because we all know standard MOVs and rack-mounted surge protectors degrade over time, but the SA-20 is doing something fundamentally different, right?
Yeah, it really is. And the first thing to grasp is just the physical context. The SA-20 is engineered specifically for, well, outside the rack environment.
Meaning it's pretty small.
Exactly. It has this compact footprint designed to slide right behind a mission-critical monitor or like a surveillance camera.
Without eating up valuable real estate.
Right, but the real engineering feat is inside. It relies on what the documentation calls advanced series mode technology.
Okay, and to translate that, we're talking about eliminating surge energy up to a massive 6,000 volts.
6,000 volts, yeah.
Which is crazy. Now, standard surge protectors, the ones relying on MOVs or metal oxide varistors, they're essentially like a sponge.
That's a good way to look at it.
Right, so every time there's a power spike, the sponge absorbs it, but it gets a little more degraded, until it eventually fails and just lets the surge right through.
Yeah, the sponge just gets totally full.
Exactly. But the SA-20 uses non-sacrificial components. It's like an impenetrable permanent brick wall for power spikes.
Right.
But, well, as we know, electricity can't just be magically stopped by a wall. That energy has to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just redirecting the surge to the ground line like standard MOVs do, advanced series mode uses this massive inductor. So it acts almost like a magnetic shock absorber. It captures that 6,000 volt spike, slows it down, and then safely bleeds it into the neutral wire over time.
Wow. So it never wears out.
Exactly. The mechanism never sacrifices itself to save the equipment.
Okay, well, here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Because, most of us aren't battling a catastrophic 6,000 volt lightning strike every single day.
No, definitely not.
Right, we're battling basic audio and video fidelity. We're talking about the everyday electrical noise that just messes with our streams and screens.
Right, and what's fascinating here is a feature they call impedance-tolerant EMI RFI filtration.
That's a mouthful.
It is, yeah. But to understand why that everyday power quality matters, we have to look at the underlying mechanism of standard protectors again.
Okay, lay it on me.
Well, when they handle a surge, they often dump that excess energy right into the ground wire.
Oh, right.
And that creates harmful ground contamination, or what electrical engineers call common mode disturbances.
And I want to jump in on that because that contamination doesn't just sit harmlessly in the wall.
No, it really doesn't.
Right, that dumped energy on the ground wire travels right back up the line into your connected equipment.
Yeah, it finds a way back in.
So that annoying background hissing sound in your expensive audio monitors.
Nah.
Or like those random moments of pixelation on your ultra-high definition screens.
Yes, exactly.
Right. That is literally the ground loop contamination caused by your power setup.
Exactly. And because the SA-20 avoids the ground wire entirely with its impedance-tolerant filtration, it just severs that loop completely.
Wow. So it stops it at the source.
Right. It guarantees pristine sound and video by physically stopping the static right at the source.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, true equipment protection isn't just about stopping a disaster.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee that your gear stays perfectly safe and performs at its absolute peak without you ever needing to go out and replace the surge protector itself. It is basically a permanent one-and-done foundation.
So what does this all mean? Well, it means you can buy the best screens and speakers in the world, but peak AV performance ultimately requires a perfectly clean power foundation.
Yeah, if the electricity is dirty, the whole experience is compromised.
Exactly.
It acts as an invisible bottleneck to the technology you interact with every single day.
Which leaves us with this final thought for you to ponder. If a simple, unseen electrical disturbance can secretly cause hissing and pixelation in our most advanced AV gear,
Yeah.
what other invisible noise in our environments might be quietly bottlenecking the performance of the technology we rely on every single day?